Hey, good people. Today's video, we're going to work on a quick exercise for our wrist. So a lot of us have that tone, extreme tone and spasticity in your wrist. So your wrist may be doing one of these motions and not really allowing you. You're going to try to react how mine used to be. So it's not really allowing you to bring your hand down straight. So we're going to work on some weight bearing and some exercise that I used to do to get my wrist to work. And so again, your wrist, you may be dealing with a fisted and a tight spastic wrist, but we're going to work on some of the things that I utilize to do that. So I like weight bearing best. So before I even get into the actual weight bearing, what I would do is, even if you're fisted here, I'm on the lower table to make sure you can actually utilize this exercise by using the weight of your head. So I would do myself as such, and I would lean my head into this. And of course, I'm going to make funny faces because I'm showing you what I'm doing and trying to record at the same time. So I would lean my head in. I'm going to stand up so you can see better angle. And I have this table because it gives you a better angle and a better view of what I'm doing. So if you can get those fingers open, it would look more as such like this. Fingers open here. And we're using the weight of our head to press down into that hand. So if you're not dealing with the situation that your wrist does not move that way, some of us were dealing with situations that it won't go flex or extend. So either way, you're dealing with to work on trying to loosen up that tone and spasticity. So the same could be done as well with here. And which reminded me, as my elbow was moving, some of us also deal with the fact that we cannot even bend the elbow, and deal with the fact that the tension from something as a table gives us irritation elbow because of the simple fact we may be dealing with neuropathy. So it's a bunch of things, bunch of factors that you have to deal with. So in this situation, that the table may be too sensitive for your elbow, you will put something soft under the elbow to help you so this is not irritating you. But again, this weight bearing is what we're working on to loosen up some of that spasticity and tone in your wrist. Again, that way, and doing it this way, and literally coming up the table here will help you with your balance. So some of you still dealing with the fact that you can't trust your balance to get yourself up by yourself, we can use our non-affected side to hold our bodies up. And doing this situation, again, I'm going to open the hands. Some of you, the hands do open. We're going to do the situation of using a weight bearing from our head, which is very heavy, to press down into that wrist. And think about it in a situation. So if my chair was higher, it's like I'm sitting as such like this, and I'm sitting here allowing the weight from my head to rest into the hand. So thinking about, you could be sitting here watching TV or doing something, talking to some family members, instead of sitting here and not being active. Let's do something as simple as this. And while we're talking about it, if you like these videos and appreciate the content, I'm always going to say, you can bless me in any type of way. I'll leave my information at the bottom, but also like, subscribe, and share these videos. Another tool I want to show you with the weight bearing of the wrist is, if you don't have anything, you don't want to do the head thing, non-affected side, if you're doing this situation here, we're going to work, hold the fingers up, and we're going to press down. And it takes a lot of work to press down to get that arm down. And as we're doing this, it's not going to stay as such. So it's going to take a lot of repetition to get your body used to pressing down. And remember, I always said that it makes us get used to having some pain. But as long as the pain is not hurting ourselves. So it's pain in the sense, I always want to explain it as, if you decide today you want to do a split and you're not flexible, you're not going to be able to jump down and do a split without having some pain. So we're not harming ourselves, but we have to be able to take some pain to get our body used to, because we have that disconnect in the brain and our body doesn't recognize it. So that's where the spasm or the spasticity and tone is coming from. So the weight bearing of our non-affected side, we utilize that. And then I have another item here. I'm going to use a bottle. So be in a situation where you now got the arm to relax a little more. This is possibly about an extra 5 or 10 pounds that we have here from this gallon. So that will help you. And I like something like this in the situation. Say if your fingers were still fisted as such, you could put the weight here. And I tell you, I'll do all non-conventional ways. And then we can begin to open those fingers up one at a time. So while you're holding it here, and now we work on getting the fingers to lay down, the weight of our head, the weight of this gallon of water, and now we have that wrist a lot more relaxed. So try these out. Let me know how this works for you, and I will see y'all tomorrow.